What's up, humans and non-humans? It is I, Jake Strange, the Mad Outcast. We're back with another episode of this television series, The Last of Us on HBO, Episode 8. A religious zealot holds a group of people together by a thread made of God and human meat.
Venison.
Starving and overacting, Ellie struggles to keep Joel alive with cornflakes, but they only have one left, so she tries hunting rabbits with a rifle that's bigger than she is and falls down. Naturally, all this racket attracts a deer, but how will she clean and carry it with no muscles and no hunting skills? Doesn't matter. She shoots and scores a kill shot, but it's not an instant one and the deer runs away. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Meanwhile, the religious zealot and his friend Troy Baker have discovered Ellie's deer, thinking God shot it just for them, so they don't have to eat people anymore.
Venison.
And they're like, praise him. But then Ellie pops out of the bushes all like, freeze, bitches! That's my deer.
I won't say it twice.
Zealot bro, David, points out that she can't drag the deer back all by herself because she's just a little girl. Not like there's some strange animal that Ellie could have brought with her like she did in the game that would have been perfect for something like this. You know, the kind of animal that our ancestors have used for centuries to carry around carcasses and drag things and, oh wait, what's that phrase? Work bunny? Work dog? No, it's work something. I think it rhymes with force or like course, or is workforce and workforce. That's what it is. It's not like she could have brought a workforce with her to take the deer. No, that doesn't sound right. That's not right. Whatever, let's move on. Anyway, he offers to trade some boots, but Ellie blurts out,
Medicine?
so he sends buddy boy Troy Baker back to the base to get some penicillin. David says, it's cool, let's make a fire while we wait. Ellie accepts, wishing she had a pistol, and zealot bro David is like, I'm totally gonna kidnap you later. Troy Baker comes back and Ellie runs off with the meds. Whee! She gives Joel a shot of the penicillin and then crashes out while the sad Christians eat more
Venison.
And zealot bro smacks a little girl because she misses her father, who she's probably eating. And David's like, psh, quit missing your dad. I'm your dad now. There's a rumor going around that they met someone who might be one of the people who killed this guy from episode 6. Remember him? Joel does. I wonder where that rumor came from. What? David says,
Won't be hard to find in the snow.
David? Then the sad Christians eat people
Venison.
for like at least an hour. The next morning, Ellie gives Joel another shot of the penicillin. She's really just gonna put that syringe right on the ground, isn't she?
It's totally disease-free.
Okay. Hey, what's that creature Ellie's feeding? Oh snap! They found us! Ellie tries to wake Joel, but he's too lazy, so she gets on the weird animal's back and tries to draw the cannibals away. But she gets shot down, and the animal, who definitely couldn't have been used to carry the deer back to her hideout, dies instantly. Joel finally gets out of bed when one of David's hench persons discovers his hiding place. And he's all creeping around, looking at Joel's gross bed blood, and then BAM! Stealth kill. 4 times damage. You don't level stealth in this game, GK. Shut up! This part's actually really cool. I don't know how pleased it should make me, but remembering continuity and having Joel use stealth instead of going toe-to-toe with the hench people like he does in the game, it's pretty good. Then they're like, fuck it, this is too hard, and do the exact same thing the game does, and suddenly Joel's wound is no longer a concern. Still though, the show does do a little more to mitigate the viewer's doubt. For instance, the wound itself is much less threatening. He's had a little bit more time to recover from it as well. Ellie manages to get 2 shots of penicillin into him instead of just 1, with a clear improvement being shown in between. And of course, there's the stealth thing, so he doesn't have to brawl with the guys.
Better.
This torture scene is badass too. It's right out of the game. The only difference here is this sound effect. God. I have 0 criticisms for this. Well, there is one thing. It's the map. It would have blood on it from the knife the first guy used to point out the resort. Wouldn't the second guy just see it? It's fine. Joel doesn't make the other guy confirm. But, you know, like, what if he didn't believe him? Then the other guy would be like, it's right there. Just points to the blood spot. And Joel's like, God damn it. Anyway, David tells Ellie that cordyceps are love or some crazy shit like that. And then he gets all rapey. But then Ellie breaks his finger.
You little cunt.
Ooh, he said the C word. Aw, I think he's gonna cry. He gets all pissed off and then he leaves. And I guess while all this is going on, Joel is limping his way through the snowstorm. He finds the resort, Ellie's backpack, and some venison. And he's like, ew. So then it cuts back to Ellie and David shows back up with Troy Baker and they're gonna chop her up into little pieces. But Ellie bites him on the hand and she's like, look at your hand, idiot. I'm infected. And David's like, fuck my hand. She's infected. And Troy Baker's like, dude, you're infected. Then Ellie murders him. So, yeah, he's not in the episode after this. Ellie finds this burning piece of wood and throws it at David, but then the whole place goes up in flames and David's like, you don't know how good I am! She flips out on him and she's in this like berserker rage, and then she continues to be in the berserker rage a little bit more.
Kill him a lot.
And then a little bit more after that. And then she kind of stops and wanders out of the building, and Joel shows up after everything's over and they walk away from the place and the episode ends. Yeah, Joel was pretty useless in this episode. He did some cool stuff. He had some cool scenes, you know, some scenes that I like, but he really didn't do anything to help Ellie. He doesn't really do much to help Ellie in the game either, but in the show, he does nothing to help Ellie. Hey, he brings her backpack. In the game, at least he shows up, snaps her out of her berserker rage or whatever, and then gets her out of the building before the whole place comes down. But in this, he's useless. He shows up after, which, I mean, it completely undercuts his purpose in this episode. And it's just another example of how Ellie doesn't need him, which undercuts the dynamic between them. In the game, he also kills a bunch of people on the way to Ellie. So there's an argument for he also clears a path for their escape. In the show, he does kill some people, but those guys don't count. He only does that to find out where Ellie is. Those guys wouldn't have been in their way when they tried to make their escape. In the show, I guess David just doesn't have quite so many hench persons. He's got all the sad Christians. What were they doing? Probably just eating people. Let me tell you something, sad Christians. You're really not pulling your weight around here. All you do is cry and eat people. And this little girl's eating her dad. She's got a new dad. Well, he's dead now, but I mean, point being, Joel doesn't do jumbo jack shit to help Ellie, except be there at the end. Game's better. Again, this isn't one of my favorite episodes, but I do think it's better than most of the show. This episode just had some creepy vibes. I mean, it basically did exactly what the game does, so there's not much criticism for the adaptation. Serviceable to actually pretty damn good. I thought the casting was fine. Some people were mad because David doesn't look like David and there's Christians instead of just, you know, a group of cannibals. But I mean, I think if they separated emotion, they would find that having them be Christians was actually something that worked about the story. But yeah, this episode would have been another good opportunity to bring in some zombies. Remember them? Yeah, they're still allegedly a part of this world. So, you know, where are they? Anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know down in the comments, or you can join the Discord. It's a small little group of nerds over there, but we'd love to have you. You can find links to all of my socials in the description. Follow me on Twitter if you're interested in that. And if you really like my content, there are videos, by the way. Consider supporting me on Patreon and help me realize my dream of making cool shit for a living. All right, that's it for me. I'm out. Peace out, guys.